What's up, my kings, queens, and trolls of YouTube? It's your girl, Queen C, and I wanted to do a video. Thanks to one of my subscribers, you guys was like, yeah, you should, talk about the Gorilla Harambe who got killed in the Chicago Zoo. Um, my thoughts are that that is a very sad situation. I've seen, the video, the memes and all that kind of stuff, and truthfully, like, I just think that it's like thoroughly fucked up. Reason being is because, people are saying that, the gorilla dragged the babies over gorillas, and all this kind of stuff, and human lives over gorillas. And I understand that, but what we need to realize is this. You know, everybody is looking to blame somebody in this situation. And, you know, the blame is equally shared, in my opinion, between the parents of this child and man itself. Because we capture these animals to watch them, to study them, to use for our own entertainment, and we bring them over, we put them in a caged natural habitat that's not their home, and they're on display, you know, all day long. People poking at them, laughing at them, making fun of them, all this kind of stuff, and they have feelings. They are life, and I don't think it's fair. Now, I've, like I said before, I raised, helped raise my brother, and I remember being a teenage girl, 17, 18, and going on his field trips to the zoo. 17, 18 years old, and I was responsible. Um, I never let my brother get lost. I never allowed any of his classmates that I was chaperoning to get lost. I always kept them by my side, because when you're not in your environment, in your relaxed environment, you are supposed to keep an eye on your child. This mom, I don't care what nobody says, she was neglectful as hell. She was neglectful as hell. You don't turn your back on a small child. And at 4 years old, you should be teaching your child better than to, just run away. You need to explain danger and all that kind of stuff to your child. Like I said, I've been to the zoo with my brother quite a few times on field trips. I've been going on field trips ever since he was a kid. I have a 19-year-old daughter and I have a 10-year-old daughter. I actually just went to the zoo chaperoning my daughter and four of her classmates. And, I watch them. I don't let them get out of my sight. I don't let them run away from me. I was able to intercept them actually viewing two gorillas doing it. Okay? So, the parent, I just can't see it. To me, she should feel stupid. She should be remorseful. I don't see how that could happen. Yes, I have been home and my children have gotten into things like, flour or made a mess or something like that, but that's home. When my children were small, my home was childproof, so they couldn't do anything to hurt themselves or get themselves killed. You childproof your home. Zoos are not necessarily childproof. Just like I wouldn't walk through a bad neighborhood and not hold my child's hand or keep an eye on my child closely, I wouldn't turn my back on my child in a public place where, they could get kidnapped, snatched away from me, or anything like that, or wander the hell off. But you know what? You have that happen all the time. I go to Sesame Place a couple times a year with my daughter, and all you hear is, this is a lost child announcement. This is a lost child announcement. People, you need to start keeping an eye on your child. There's terrible things that can happen when you don't. This time, a gorilla got killed. A life got taken because this child fell into this gorilla's captivity, and the gorilla tried to protect the child. Now people are saying, oh, that gorilla, he drugged that baby, he was being violent with that baby. No, that gorilla was trying to protect that child, And that gorilla treated that child as if they would treat their own baby if they thought somebody was trying to hurt it or attack it. The gorilla was trying to protect the child. At the end of the day, yes, the human life was more important, but there should have been things, to already be put in place to where something like this can't happen. There shouldn't have been a way for the child to even be able to get in there like that. The zoo should have done something better, and the parent should have been watching their child. But really, my thoughts are, find a different way to study animals. Find a different way to learn about animals. Stop capturing things and putting them in cages and putting them on display, because the quality of life is not fair. The quality of life is not fair. You can sing all the songs of we're saving endangered species, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing this, we're doing it. No. Would you want to be captured and put in a cage for everybody to watch? You know what else? And I know some of you people are going to be like, what's that have to do with it? Black people always try. This shit reminds me of slavery, okay? It reminds me of slavery. It's like you capture something, life, and you bring it where you want it. You do with it as you want to, and you treat it inhumane. And then when it lashes out or reacts, it's doing something wrong. No, it does not want to be there. It wants to be home. It wants to be home. It doesn't want to be sold. It doesn't want to be watched. Every aspect of this animal's life is being put on display. Sex, birth, eating, playing, every single thing. Every single thing. They can't roam the world as they want to, or, spread out and be around a bunch of other like animals and stuff like that, because they're in captivity. So you expect these animals to behave a certain type of way when you get near them, or accidents happen and stuff like that. They're going to react. Sometimes they're going to do what's in their nature to protect something. Sometimes they're going to be angry. Sometimes they're going to be sad. They're life. They're alive. You can't expect anything else from something that is alive. All things have feelings. Life, feelings, they go hand in hand. So, who do I think was wrong in this situation? Not the dead gorilla. I don't think the dead gorilla was wrong. I think he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And in its mind, it was trying to help this child. And it's very, very sad that he had to die because some dumbass parent didn't keep an eye on their child. That's my thoughts. You don't have to agree with them. That's just how I feel about the whole situation. I think it's unfortunate. And I think that if, you can't keep a better eye on your children, you shouldn't take them places. Plain and simple. I see plenty of parents that have those things that they can keep attached to their kids' arms. If your child is a wanderer, you need to do whatever it takes to keep your child close to you and keep your child safe, because it could have been worse for this child. Couldn't have gotten any worse for the gorilla. That life is lost, but it could have been worse for the child. And I think at the end of the day, whoever made that judgment call to do what they had to do with the gorilla, I understand that. And at that point, I can't disagree with it, because yes, the child's life should be saved, but I blame the parent, and I blame the zoo and anybody that captured this animal and placed them there for the situation that happened. And y'all need to do better. Anyway, those are my thoughts. If you want to email me, you can email me at queenchrisshonda@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe to me. And until next time, peace from the C-Hive, guys.